So welcome to the stream, everyone. Let me know in the chat if you can see me well or hear me well. Just let me know in the chat if everything is okay with the sound and if you can hear me. That would be great. So I can just have the awesome. Hi, Violet. That's awesome. Great that you can hear me well. So just drive drawing session just to chill out and draw. I'll be drawing, having some fun with some Invincible characters from the Amazon Prime series. Also have with me some references here to use because the thing is that just when I use different references and draw the same characters in different poses. And as always, it would be great to know where you're. Yeah, it's really good. The show is really good and really awesome. Let me know where are you from joining in the chat. That would be great. And as always, also if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. I'll be looking the chat from time to time and answering any questions you may have. A few things about the references that I have. I chose not to go with the main characters uh, because I think they have been done so many times. Maybe we'll go with them in let's say later in the stream if we have time. But I wanted to draw this guy. I think he's called Supreme Lizard. He's quite interesting character here. And then I have a War. I think she's called War Woman. This villain, which are also both Viltrumites. I think he's called Onslaught. But I just wanted to draw some kind of more obscure characters, let's say, and just play around with this. And on the references, just a few things I need to shout out the reference from Juke Pub, which is this awesome reference with a weapon, and also this reference from Sense Stock from DeviantArt. I would encourage you guys to go to their respective websites and look at the references. And with all that done, and the reference being also shout out in the stream, we can start drawing. I'll just keep drawing and then answer any questions you may have. You're also welcome to drawing with me if you like. I found all these references on Pinterest, so I'm pretty sure if you do a screen grab and search for them in Pinterest, you will be able to find them really quickly. My whole idea is to try to get some poses down and then try to push the poses and make them a little bit more cartoony and comic style. So I found this awesome pose of this guy doing something like a Spider-Man pose, and effectively I really liked it, and I thought it would be very good for this lizard kind of guy, an Invincible. Just one moment, I'm gonna take care of something with my clothes here to be able to draw better. And the whole thing is that my I'm gonna try to keep my posing a little bit more relaxed. And not really do a lot of measurements, but just think about the flow a little bit and just push the shapes. that I'm seeing. So how's your Sunday, guys? Like, did you do anything interesting? Did you watch any interesting show? That would be awesome to know. I myself been watching the Netflix show. Um, ah, so there is a nice one about Godzilla called Monarch. Okay, Legacy of Monster. Okay, yeah, I think this one is looks really good. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I haven't seen it, but I saw the advertisement on Netflix. Um, and I myself have been watching, as I was saying, um, Blue Eyed Samurai, which is a show about um, it's an anime show, animation kind of. It's not really an anime. It's an animation show about a female samurai, and in like I think it's I think it's not ancient in that sense, but it's in the Hi Katrina. It's in the old Japan where samurais existed, but there are some interesting facts that I think I wanna drop this legs a little bit more down. Just and I really like the show because, like, effectively the samurai is a lady. The blue-out samurai is a lady, and the cool thing about it is that she's she's going against the whole status quo there. That first of all, she's a lady and she's a samurai. That means that she will not be accepted normally as a samurai, right? And then the second thing is that she's kind of a child of Western man, and uh, just a Western man and um, and a Japanese woman, and that means that she's not really considered in in her kind of in her in the whole social thing there. She's considered something like of person that doesn't belong there, but she still makes her goal becoming a samurai and really changing her fate, kind of. So I wanted kind of to be stylized, right? This one. I just don't want it to just be just a copy of the thing we are looking at. Because the whole idea is like we are in the kind of comic book style, so we can push it a little bit more and just enjoy having some more free flow shapes. I think that would have been also a good reference for kind of a Spider-Man pose. I'm definitely thinking that. So this guy I'm drawing, he's kind of hi Adrian. Do you prefer Krita or Photoshop? Actually, from the painting experience, I would actually say that I prefer Krita more from Photoshop. Krita is pretty much was built from the ground up to kind being a painting program, right, and not really a photo manipulation program. And that means that she was kind of built for that, right? Instead of being migrated into a program that actually is something else. And from a features perspective, Kritia is actually doesn't really miss anything from Photoshop, right? Um, it has everything you may need. Thanks for the question, actually. And what I like on this, what I really like on this one here is that also his body is very kind of in that position of setting, getting ready to fight and stuff. And his expression also is kind of that area. But definitely we're gonna make it much more stylized. And try to exaggerate the stuff that we have here. I also found this reference from Pinterest, so I don't know exactly where it's from. If you know where it's from, really, and if they require any shout out or in this in that sense, just let me know in the chat, guys, and I will just shout them out if it's from a specific site that kind of does references like this other two that I have here on the left top. And that's more like a thing that I've been doing for a for the past few weeks. I've been more into looking in more into stylization and really looking more into pushing shapes and stuff. To really, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with the head. I'm just putting this there. Um, I think we are done with the pose. Right, it's time to go on sketching. And just choose black and try now to figure out what are we gonna do with this guy here. So my whole idea is to try to apply whatever he wears now to this, what we are seeing. Like this are very high. This ears, this eyes, what he's wearing are very high. And I can imagine that my baby, I think it would be best if we just move his head a little bit more looking at us, right? Just make it like that. So I'm just creating a box here just to understand the push stuff a little bit more towards us, and then just use this box as a guide to really just trying to rough out the shapes. So he has this one, and then it comes like that, and then it has these two things here. So here it would be like this, but maybe this should be a little bit wider, and then we have this thing coming from his jaw. I don't think that should be like that. I think that should be a little bit, yeah. Looks better. Then he has this, his very, very angry eyebrows. And he has kind of interesting, his kind of bones here are very interesting, and his and his nose is very pointy. And his eyes are downwards apparently. And let's see now. Okay. Just just indications, right? We don't need to go into that detail now. And his jaw will appear here. Let's correct a few stuff. So this should appear here. Then the thing is coming here. And then we have that he's being angry. And we have this thing. We just have a rough sketch, which we can always correct. Yeah, the pose is really Spider-Man-like. Yeah, it's interesting. Definitely. And he has this stuff here, I think, where we can just break the anatomy down. I think it's more like a shoulder pad. And they have two eyes, right? They're coming like this. And they have this stuff here. And this one tooth is pretty big, the second is smaller. And I just wrap around his, so maybe we just move it a little bit higher and a little bit smaller. Like if his neck was like that, because if we see, yeah. So we have his muscle here, and here we will have, like if his neck is here, and so his neck should be around this area, right? And the other one would be like this. So maybe we wouldn't see it. I think we wouldn't be able to see it because that would be very, very something like this. And on one thing here. And then we have what he wears here, which is like a lizard thing. His armor. And then we have this, which actually is the connection between these things. And it continues like that until down here, kind of. So we have this, and we have this area, right? Like if you see here, his kind of middle ground is that. His kind of waist is here. But maybe I think it would be even lower a little bit. Okay, does he have anything? Okay, it just has these gloves. This green gloves stuff. And then it has his arm, shoulders, this one, same stuff here. So his arm is coming towards, so that would be like if the arm was coming towards here to us, that would mean that this one is like this and this one is like that. So like we'll do this something like that, and then the other arm will be hidden behind this one. And does he have anything on? Okay, it's like some kind of boots on his legs, which we can just indicate like that, and just have this. What else do we have here? We have this area, and we have this, and we have more stuff, and let's have him being on some kind of tree. That he's standing on. I think that would be a good idea to have him. And we're just following the what we see on the wall, but the tree of course would be more like have branches here and this kind of stuff. And I think we have the one leg and the other leg. And this is our guy. Let's see, so we have these. I think we have to make it like this. Maybe it should be a little bit hidden from this. That should be his nose. I think this should be kind of like that. Just trying to do corrections on kind of corrections for perspective here. And maybe even his head will be a little bit bigger just to give a little bit more attention. And this hand, I like it. This I like. Yeah, this is the rough sketch on this one. We could do, like, I don't know how this is there. Yeah, okay, maybe it's like that from what I see here. And it goes, like, it just wraps around the body. Maybe it's too much, too close. Yeah, let's just put it like, maybe we just put it a little bit further, just to indicate the shoulder. And this is gonna be more like that, I'm thinking, because his own chest should be somewhere on the head, so that means this one would be like this, and then we will have so effectively we have this. So this should be like that. Yeah, it's a mess, but we'll figure it out. So what we're doing is we're gonna do a more clear sketch now and get this stuff figured out. Figured it out. Okay. So this is coming down here. It's gonna push a little bit this more towards this side because it's coming towards us. Or his shoulders like that. So maybe I will just make it like this. So we have the eyes. So we have this feet, this fangs, and we have this bigger fang. Okay. I think it's better in terms of perspective like that. Yeah, I think this is better in terms of perspective. Okay, and then we have the back and the kind of bones of the back here that gets created from this. And now I think it's much better. Okay. Let's put the nose. Looks better. Are you ready, guys? Planning to do anything cool on Christmas? I know it's way early, right? It's November, but many of the Christmas markets are actually opening up in a few days. So I'm just wondering if you are already thinking about Christmas and what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna go anywhere special? You don't like those holidays, or you think it's nothing special? Katerina is waiting for the Christmas market to open. That's great. I think he has quite the big eyebrows, this guy, or long, I would say. Which is really interesting. So here I'm just trying to get a little bit more correct expression before I go and do my final sketch. I don't know if I like this. Just push the eyes a little bit closer based on what we have. So he has an interesting mouth. So apparently these guys are kind of a meme, right? Based on that, but I find this character quite interesting. Maybe there are the memes of the meme characters of Invisible. Gonna hide it like that, but maybe I'm gonna push it a little bit further just to show the shoulder. Just to have space for the shoulder here. And I think this should come like that. Or are you preparing, guys, for the other big shopping holiday that is coming. Black Friday. Right? I think it's next Friday actually. This Friday, yes. This upcoming Friday. Yeah. Not yes. Yeah, this upcoming Friday. Yes. Yes, yes, you're right.
Before.
24th. Yes.
How you say? Waiting on Black Friday to buy some games for sure.
James.
Violet.
Interesting stuff. We can go. Which kind of games? Do you have a specific genre that you're playing, or I think this I will make it a little bit bigger because like either this should come more down. I think this should come more down. Just
Yeah, some nice RPG would be good. Have too much in wish list. Well, this is the story of my life.
yeah, I think I'm having my I have the same problem as everybody when they when they start when they become kind of adults and then they have work, they just buy a bunch of games and never play them. No, I think this is wrong. Okay. This should be like that, I think, because like if we calculate that his muscle is coming from here, that should be like that. Yeah, makes more sense.
Yes, especially.
Yeah. Exactly. There's RPGs that are 200,000 hours long, and then you never get to play them until the end. It reminds me of Witcher 3, which I had it, I don't even know for how much time now. I haven't got into playing it at all. All right. So I mean, it needs coloring and stuff, but I think we got the idea down of this character and what we need to do. Let's go to another one. Let's get this guy out from here. And let's do maybe this awesome reference from, we said, Juke Pop, and we do the War Woman. So usually when I create this kind of characters, I just don't just use one reference, right? I use a bunch of references just from different angles, just to understand their, their shoots and their design. I only have one here, but I have some other ones that I'm also looking around, and I think the best idea is if you, when you guys are also drawing this kind of references, to just do the same. I think this is way too much here. Maybe I will move a little bit the feet. Yeah, I think the S one is better, but maybe I will just push a little bit this leg. Still it's the same. Yeah. Let's go to now the more refined. So sometimes I like to use kind of the blue and red colors for doing posing. That's more from the era of me doing traditional. in case you are interested in why I am, interchanging colors and using different colors on every face. I'm gonna stylize it a little bit and make her torso smaller, just something that I like. And I just and just doesn't play that much of a role, this one, but let's just put it there. So, by the way, like now I'm not really measuring anything, right? Like if you see the legs are down here, the head is far higher and stuff. But how do I know that I'm not completely off in the proportions? Is that kind of what I want is like legs to be a little bit higher, right? Sorry, a little bit longer, and her body a little bit shorter. But in general, this should be kind of 50-50, right? Because like we know with all the major poses, all the major body proportions, kind of we are in the 50-50 zone, right? So we know that here around the pelvis, right, we are 50-50. That means like if I measure this, they're gonna be kind of 50-50, but if I move the leg a little bit further in this one, that would make them a little bit longer, the legs. So I'm achieving also what I want. So that's why I don't need to measure here and just go like line and line and all this stuff. So basically that's the whole idea, right? I'm trying to just draw here, right on the left. I'm just trying to draw the same pose and understand it and just create my own character out of it. Oops. Just do a rough sketch now and figure out what she's wearing. It's kind of an interesting design on this one. Let's just flip it. I think that should be better. All right. So from here, so we need the inside of the foot to be like that. This thing. I don't even know what she's wearing on the. Let me check also some other references that I have. So I think she's wearing something like this here, and this is like the area of the knee, and most probably kind of some boots, right? Just move them a little bit more. And here the same, right? So it's like that. And then it's more like this. And then we have the boot. And then we have this, right? And we have then wearing kind of like a whole uniform, and this would be like that. Just push this one a little bit higher. This should be like that. And this should be like that. Then we have the pinch here, and then here this one, and then we have here chest somewhere around here. So that means if I just follow this design, it should be like that, coming out, right? Also coming out here. So let's see the waist. So it has this kind of, let's see, this is the center line. It's a center line, and then we have a kind of a triangle, and we have this stuff. And here arm is kind of, let's make it a little bit more stylized, in front. So here arm is like, this is kind of muscular. And so let's give here triceps, and this side would be this, right? And we have kind of the hand doing this. So this is one of the, and then doing that. It's just indications of stuff, not really going into details yet. And this, but what does he have in here, arms? Okay, so there should be stuff coming on top of this, right? So like a armor on top, right? And this is where she has going around the arm, to just have this kind of armor like this one here. And her head now has So we have the head. Alright. So we have this thing here where it comes like that. And we have the other thing here. I don't even know what this is, but looks like armor. It's really interesting. It's a really interesting design. And something like came right from the Roman Empire on the helmet. Like that. And we have here eyebrows, again thick eyebrows. And we have here face, here eyes. It's okay. And here head, here hair, sorry, which should come like as you can see here are quite complicated, right? But I'm not going to waste my time now and figure out every possible here branch of hair, right? What I'm gonna do is just take the whole shape as it is, right? The shape, put it here and then figure it out later, kind of. And you can spend hours on this stuff, right? But if you, but just figuring out the shape will just be equally important than wasting your time now, right? With all these details and stuff. And her mouth would be like this, but I think her head should be a little bit bigger, I think, compared to the other stuff that we have. Let's just put it like that. Maybe. Let's just do it one more time. Right, we have the head here. And here eyebrows, just checking the proportions. Yeah, I think that should be fine. And here should be like that. But this thing could be, maybe it's better like this. I don't know exactly how it's supposed to be based on the references, but maybe it's a little bit more in front. Yeah, looks a little bit better. Then we have the other hand. Okay. Then we have the other thing here where we have the hand, and then we can use this one to point the spikes here. And have the indication of the finger, and then pass here a weapon, we behind this. And as it comes towards us, then of course it will be foreshortened, right? And will be bigger here. Then she has kind of a cape. Maybe we'll do a kind of a cape. I don't know how. It's like this. Okay. So maybe like that. And we have here neck. Right. So here it has this design and it's coming like that, right? Because we have this one, but maybe I don't even know how it comes here. Okay. All right, maybe we'll just have it like this, and then we have the other design on top. Up to here, neck here. Cool. I don't see anything else. Okay, this we have this one. Interesting. Interesting design. Maybe the head needs a little bit higher compared to the shoulders. So make here taller. And I think that is it. Cool. I think we're done with this sketch. So what do? We just lower the opacity or delete. Or erase with the eraser. And we're trying now to make a more detailed sketch of what we are drawing. I think this should come like that, and it should be, it is like next to the, to here. Seems to be like this. And this would be like that. And now I'm trying to figure out the, of course, the hair, but I think they will come more towards here at this pose. Let's just try this. An interesting nose again. I think this the style of this Invincible is just the nose are really interesting. So we have this. And of course we have the other side popping up a little bit here, but I think that should be lower the other side because the perspective is like that. So I think this should be higher and this should be something like this. Yeah, looks more correct like this. And then we have the neck. And let's try to do this things here, this armor plate which we have here. And we have this area. And we have the other. And we have this. So Yeah, thanks for joining, Violet. Violet Shani. Interesting design. All right. Then we have this. And we have the belt. And we have this. All right. Maybe we'll lower it a little bit. And we have this. Let's see. What's that detail? One moment. Oops. I think this is like that. And this is like that. All right, that's done. And here we have kind of other designs. And here we have this. Cool. I think this is it on this design. All right, then let's go to the other one. Let's do this guy, this Viltrumite. I think he's called Conquest. Now I remember, he's called Conquest, yes. And let's do the pose. Oops, to blue. And we'll do way too big. And we're gonna make him more hands and bigger shoulders. Let's just push everything like this. Bigger shoulders. And because his shoulders are like that and his neck is like this, it's just two big hands. Have him very hands. Yeah, looks good for a first pose. Oops. Just just changing a little bit of the stuff, right? Just to make it a little bit more kind of dynamic. And taking into account his kind of big torso here.
That should be a little bit more down. Yeah, it looks good. I think at this point you can just erase it and try to figure out his design. So he has a very big chin. So I'm gonna just push the chin a lot. Like if his ear is like here, has like a very big chin. And his eyes will be like that. His eyebrows will be like this. And again a very pointy nose. And he has this here. I think maybe let's try to and here this. Let's push it a little bit further. I think this needs some work here, but okay. Let's do it for later. And we have the neck. And we have all the muscles that are coming here. And we have this muscle. And we have the bicep. And we have the hand coming in. And I don't know about this hand. Maybe I will just straight. I will just put it here, I think. Yeah, I think it's better like that. Oops. That's better for the pose. Then he has this. I like his hand here. Maybe I'll just use it like that. And just do something like this. Like this one. And then have all his muscles here. Like that. And have his leg coming. So I think he has something like this. Or maybe we can just put it on top. coming. I don't know what kind of, I think we can do something like, let's try this design for this one, and then this side, and then something like this, or we do something like, yeah, that's a makes it a little bit better. This design, and then we can see from this, maybe he just landed from flying, and we have this kind of, his pants are being compressed here, right? And then we have this. Have his feet here. And we have the other foot here, and his pants again being compressed, so something like this. And that's it. So this circle here should be here and then goes up, and then we have this design, and on his arms we have this design, and here he should be wearing this kind of glove that he has. But I don't know about the head. I think the head needs kind of more references, I think, because we need to see it from different angles. But it should be something like that. And definitely that scene here would be enormous, I think. And then we have this kind of line. And then we have the hair coming like that. Yeah, it is, maybe it is like this. Maybe I'll need to find out some reference about conquest, right? And conquest, invisible, conquest, invincible. To see different kind of way to get this guy down, and how is he from his head. Of course that would be something like that. Yeah, you need to push the I think this areas here, right? And his jaw and his ticks here, right, to get him closer to the design. And then you have his hair, which I have no idea, like based on this reference, where they are ending, but they seem possible to be ending like that. And then you have his enormous neck here. Should be something like this, right? And then you have this design coming in, and his neck is doing like this is the muscle, so under the ear that we have, right? And maybe we should even try to make his whole body bigger, because he's like a very tall, muscular guy. So the whole body should be bigger, right? Thus making the head smaller. Because we have, it should be something like that. Yeah, I think this makes more sense. Let's see, before the transform, after that. Yes. Yeah, cool. I mean, we got the gist of it down. We just need to go all through this, all these details, and just figure everything out. Every muscle, every thingy. And then of course you have these muscles here and all this stuff. Cool design. Yeah. And I need to figure out also the hand. So it needs kind of a work, but this is where we are after doing like almost 2 hours of invisible characters. We have this guy, let me show you. We have this guy, he's funny. He needs work, but I think he's cool. We have hair. I don't know about hair. I think she needs some work, the pose and the kind of the flow of the pose. And I have this guy, which I really like actually. And I think we can do a lot with this guy and just push him a lot. So as usual, I'm gonna work on them. Just want to spend a couple of hours with you guys and just you know, answer any questions you may have. And I'm gonna post the final results on Instagram, do also a little bit of line work, because like line work usually takes a lot of hours, and post them together with my thoughts and my how I was thinking when I was just drawing this things. So this is it. Yeah, I really like Invincible characters, because they are just a new, let's call it a new way of looking at superheroes and supervillains from what we have used from, you know, Marvel and DC comics. I think they are quite interesting. A kind of a new take. Yeah, that's all from my side. If you have any questions, right, let me know in the chat. Oh, I didn't press record. Great. Ah, God.
Okay, whatever. I have the recording from here.
And you can record the rest of it.
Yeah, I can record the rest of it. Yes. Come on. I should have this automatically, actually, because it's I keep forgetting it. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions in the chat, guys. If not, then I will leave you to go by with your day. I wish you a great rest of the day and a great rest of the week. Thanks for joining. I'll just wait for a few minutes. See if you have any questions. If not, then I'll just leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. I hope it was fun. It was kind of spur of the moment stream. Hopefully I will be able to stream maybe every other week. Let's see. I'm aiming for that, but we'll have to see. Yeah. All right, I don't see any questions in the chat. Then I would assume that you don't have any questions for me. All right, cool, guys. Then again, thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you had some fun. See you then on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you, everybody.